Let's look at some paintings by artist Wayne Thiebaud. He loved to create all kinds of paintings of yummy desserts and all kinds of sweet treats. Don't they look delicious? Let's do some practice drawings today. You're going to be given some idea sheets and you're going to use them as inspiration on drawing your favorite desserts and sweet treats, just like Wayne Thiebaud. We're going to start by folding our paper into 4 squares so that we can make a bunch of practice drawings on one paper. You may turn your paper horizontal or vertical depending on which dessert you're drawing. If your dessert is tall, I would turn my paper vertical. If it's short and wide, we can turn it horizontal. We're making 3D objects today, or forms. So instead of drawing just one flat oval, I'm drawing 3D shapes or cylinders for this cake that I'm working on. I'm using the idea sheet to help me. After I drew the cake, I added lots of patterns and designs to make it interesting. I'm also adding a cake stand to make it even more fancy. And notice I drew a horizontal line behind my cake to look like it's sitting on a table or a counter. Now I'm working on another one. You want to draw different desserts today to give yourself different ideas to see what you're capable of. This one was a little tricky. I'm drawing a slice of pie, which in the form, it's called a triangular prism. But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep working on it until I get those lines looking right. So no flat shapes today. We might start with a flat shape, but then we're adding other lines to make it look 3-dimensional, and we're going to be seeing some cubes, some rectangular prisms, triangular prisms, cylinders, spheres, all kinds of different forms. That's how Wayne Thiebaud created his artwork. You can always add a plate or a dish that your dessert can be sitting on, and don't forget the horizontal line in the back to look like your dessert is sitting on a counter or a table. I'm going to try a cake again, but this time it's going to look different. Every time you draw a dessert, make it look different. You can use the idea sheets, but I love for you to add your own decorations to make it more interesting and so you can have variety and to make it unique. After you draw a dessert, don't leave it plain and boring. Add patterns, shapes, lines, decoration. Think of sprinkles and toppings and candies and all kinds of different things to make your dessert more fun. The idea sheets have lots of ideas for decorating your desserts. I want you to draw a total of 4 different desserts today, using forms, using decorations and variety, making them look your very, very best and making them look realistic, just like Wayne Thiebaud would do. Don't forget to add a horizontal line in the back to make your dessert look more realistic, like it's sitting on a counter. I'm going to finish this one up and I can't wait to see your practice drawings today. Students, now it's time to take one of your 4 square drawings and to draw one big final drawing. You're going to have black paper, but I'm going to show you on white paper so that you can see my pencil lines. I chose one of my 4 squares, and if it doesn't come out so great, I can turn it over to the back and start over. But I am going to show you different drawings today. So I looked at my idea sheets too to help me, or I can just copy from my cupcake drawing on my 4 squares, whatever is best. I want to try to make it the same as I did on my practice squares. If I want to make little changes, that's okay, but I don't want to start a whole different dessert drawing. I want to draw something that I've practiced already. I decided to turn my paper vertical because my cupcake was tall. If your dessert looks better on a horizontal direction, you can turn your paper horizontal. I'm just going nice and slow, and I'm drawing light in case I need to do some erasing. Don't be afraid to erase your mistakes so you can get it just right but try your best. We want our desserts to look like Wayne Thiebaud's inspired paintings, so we want to do our very best to make these look realistic, like yummy desserts that we might see in a real bakery, restaurant, or diner. Make sure you use the entire paper. So we're drawing these way bigger than we did on our practice squares. Notice that my cupcake takes up the whole paper from top to bottom. We want to make sure that we're also drawing our shapes 3D, or our desserts like forms. So we're making them look 3D, like maybe we're using some cones, some pyramids, some rectangular prisms, some cylinders, and we want to make sure that we add designs and toppings or icing or sprinkles or anything to our dessert to make it look more fun and interesting. No plain, boring desserts. So if you didn't do that on your practice sheet, you're going to have to fix that first. Don't forget to add a horizon line or a horizontal line like I'm doing now to make it look as if your dessert is sitting on a table. You can draw your horizontal line towards the top, the middle, or the bottom. When you're happy with drawing, put your name on the back. If you're having a rough time, you can start over on the back, because I want to give you a second chance, and you might want to choose a different dessert to try. And whichever one comes out best, that's the one you're going to use. I'm going to continue drawing. I'm going to do a couple more examples today for you, just so you can see some different techniques. But you're only choosing one dessert. And remember, you can start over on the back if you choose, and you can try different ones, but you're getting one piece of paper. So draw light and put your name on the back when you're happy with it. Especially pay attention when I'm drawing the third one, that pie. It gave me a lot of trouble, but I was up for a challenge, and I hope you are too. I didn't give up, and I stuck with it until I got those lines really right for me. I can't wait to see your final drawing on your nice big dessert. Have fun!